Hey guys, so I haven't really done one of these in forever because I'm lazy, and doing a vlog requires, doing my makeup, doing my hair, making sure that I'm wearing clothes. I mean, not that I run around the house naked because I'm not like that, that's weird, but, it requires looking nice. I'm actually moving photo booth. That's what I'm filming this in because I use my Mac's built-in webcam right under the camera, because otherwise it just looks like I'm looking off to the side the whole time when really I'm like watching myself to make sure I don't look stupid as I'm filming this. So yeah, that's why it always looks like I'm looking off into like space instead of you guys, because usually photo booth is off in the corner, not under the camera. And then I was like, flash of brilliance, maybe I should put it right under the camera so it looks like I'm looking at you. That was a really long diatribe about nothing. Anyways, so I made a New Year's resolution, and I'm one of those people that likes to keep my New Year's resolutions. Like, I kept a few of mine last year, like, drink a whole box of tea, paint your nails for 1 week. Yeah, I make a lot of stupid resolutions that are easy to accomplish because I don't want to feel like a failure when I don't accomplish them. So one of my resolutions was to make a to-be-read pile vlog for each month. And I don't know if I'm pronouncing vlog right. Anyways, I'm sure you guys just want to know what the books are that I plan on reading in January, even though it's like January 8th. So there's already been 8 days and there's only like 20 something left. But yeah, there's a lot of time to get a lot of books read within those days. And plus right now, this week is the Bout of Books reading marathon, and basically what you do for the whole week is you try to squeeze in a little bit more reading than normal. So my strategy is to read in the morning before work, and to also read on my lunch break, and to actually time myself, like set aside some time after work to get in reading, because usually after work I exercise and then I screw around on the computer and I watch TV and I gorge myself on food. So I figure, hey, maybe if I set some time goals for each day, I'll actually get in some more. Anyway, so I'll start out with my Bout of Books reading pile and then continue on to the other books that I plan on reading in January once this week is over. Yay! Okay, so this book, I'm actually listening to the audiobook, but I couldn't find where I shoved the case because I went on this like mad cleaning spree right before making this video. Like, I threw everything places because I'm anal retentive like that. Anyways, I am currently listening to Personal Effects by E.M. Koki. It's narrated by Nick Podell. I think that's how you say it. It is fantastic. The audiobook is so good. Like, there's a lot of swearing and whatnot, and it's about this kid whose brother was in the military and he dies, and then he gets like his brother's personal effects sent back, and now he's kind of going through them. I'm not too far in. I actually mark the place in the physical book where I am in the audiobook, and right now I'm currently on page 122. So I'm about a third of the way through, and I love this book so far. So yeah, it's definitely worth listening to. I'm also currently in the middle of The Spindlers by Lauren Oliver. So I jerry-rigged this lamp above my computer because I have this like shelf above my desk. But it looks like the lamp is a little too bright, and I don't know how to turn it down because obviously it's just on off. So if the covers come out a little bit blurry, that's because of the lamp. That's what I'm blaming it on. Anyways, I have The Spindlers by Lauren Oliver. I've read all of her books so far, and I love them. A few of my friends were not really into The Spindlers, unfortunately, but I really like it so far, and I'm like 70 pages in. I'm exactly 70 pages in. And I plan on finishing this book tonight. It's about a girl whose brother is stolen by these like spider creatures, and she has to go out and save him, and she makes a rat as a friend, that kind of thing. Regular middle grade fantasy. Awesome. I'm listening to Frankenstein on my iPhone right now, but then I was like, do you guys really want to see me wave around an iPhone? Probably not, because you have better things to watch than some girl being like, hey, look at my iPhone, woo! Anyways, I'm reading Frankenstein, listening to it as I walk around the house and, you know, do chores because I'm not disgusting, like I clean up after myself. This little side rant, like, you have time to read, you have time to do audiobooks. If you clean up after yourself, if you're not a dirtbag, then yeah, you could put an audiobook on your phone or your iPad or your iPod or your Discman or your Walkman, whatever. I don't know what you do with your technology, and you can just listen to audiobooks as you clean because you are not dirty and disgusting. At least I want to act like you're not dirty and disgusting. I don't know you, so maybe you are. But otherwise, yeah, I listen to Frankenstein as I'm cleaning, and it is awesome. And this cover is so ugly. Like, that's not what I think of when I think of Frankenstein. The audiobook, like, cover is actually a lot better, and I think I have it queued up on my phone, so I guess you guys will see me waving this phone around. Yeah, okay, here's the audiobook cover. We got some Boris Karloff shit up in here, and it is awesome. Like, I want that on the cover of Frankenstein, and not, like, some guy with a beard, like, looking angry. Like, ugh, that doesn't make me want to read. But Boris Karloff, every time, makes me want to read. I also have planned out to read Scent of Magic by Maria V. Snyder for the Bout of Books Marathon. I just read Touch of Power earlier this month, and I loved it. It was so good. Like, I read it in a whole day. And this is the sequel. Also, it plays into another one of my New Year's resolutions, which is to read my Amazon Vine books. This is one of the Vine books, and I plan on reading it this week. Super excited, even though some people hate it, but I plan on loving it. Altered by Jennifer Rush. This book comes out in January. I don't know what it's about, except the guy on the cover doesn't have a shirt on, and I like his hair. Two of my friends are reading this right now, Tara at Hobbit Seas and Anna at Anna Reads, and they both say that it's a quick read and that they like it so far. And browsing through, I saw that the chapters were fairly short, so I'm like, yeah, my mind's open. Maybe I'll like it. Prophecy by Ellen O. I'm a huge fan of fantasy-based books, and apparently this is like Korean-type fantasy, so that should be really interesting. Unfortunately, it's been kind of panned by a lot of people that I like and respect, so I'm hoping that maybe I'll be the odd duck and actually like it, because I do have a tendency to like books that other people don't. So, yay! Maybe I'll like it. Through the Evernight by Veronica Rossi. Basically, this is the sequel to Under the Never Sky, which I read last month and fell in love with after Jamie at the Perpetual Page Turner was like, yo, you gotta read this, it's so good. She didn't quite say it like that because she's not as gangster. She's awesome, but she's not a gangster. She's not straight up thuggin'. Wow, you guys are probably like, oh my god, this weird girl, why is she saying things like thugging? Anyways, I'm really curious to see what happens to Perry and Arya and Roar and Liv and all of the characters. I'm just so excited. I know, like, in Epic Reads, those girls, they do book shimmies, but I feel like that's inappropriate for me with this outfit. So you can just pretend that I'm doing a book shimmy over this because it sounds like it's going to be awesome, and everybody I know who's read it is like, oh my god, it's so much better than Under the Never Sky, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I'll try it. The 13th Sign by Kirsten O'Donnell Tubb. Basically, this is about, like, oh my god, a 13th horoscope sign was discovered, and it throws the world out of whack, and people's personalities are different. And it's a middle grade fantasy, and I'm like, hell yeah, middle grade fantasy, I'm gonna read that and love it, and, you know, fangirl all over it on my blog, because fangirling is awesome and fun and woo! And also, I really like the cover, like, it's so cool. I like non-photo covers, so this kind of cover, like, really attracts me. Falling for You by Lisa Schroeder. Basically, I guess this is about, like, a tragedy girl. Like, she's got a tragic past and, like, tragic relationships, and she meets, like, some other guy who is, like, good for her, even though she's in an unhealthy relationship. Anyways, I currently work in the field of prevention education. So reading books that pertain to relationship violence, tragic past, are something that I really like to do, because then I can put a review of it in our staff newsletter as well, and, you know, talk about it a little bit at my job. So yeah, I really think that this is going to be a good book, and it's going to be relevant to what I do in real life, so I'm really looking forward to it. Plus, I love that cover. I love any cover that has to do with kissing in the rain. And I just noticed they have, like, some really crazy flyaways, so I probably should have put, like, some gel or something on beforehand. You know, just stolen it from my boyfriend. Revolution 19 by Greg Rosum. I don't really know a lot about this, except that it's really short. The girl has crazy eyes on the cover. Well, a crazy eye on the cover. And apparently, like, this is from the same factory or company that did the I Am Number 4 book. So I'm not entirely sure how much I'm going to like it. But it's a quick read. They sent it to me. I'll read it. I know you guys are probably like, oh my god, what is sellout, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, if something's a quick read, I'll keep an open mind. I'm not like the type of person who makes up my mind before I read the book about the book. Something Strange and Deadly by Susan Dennard. This book has also been on my TBR pile for forever, and it looks like there's like dust on the cover. That's how long it's been there. Oh my god. My pile of books. I made this tower, and I started making the tower on the other side of my desk. Like, as I pulled books from this side over to this side after showing you, I just kind of started stacking them in another tower, and it looks like that tower just fell over. Oops. Anyways, okay, so this book is like about zombies in the 1800s, and it's another book that I have to review for Amazon Vine. So I'm like, yeah, another New Year's resolution accomplished, because my goal is to review all of my Amazon Vine books within the upcoming year, instead of like ending the year with a giant pile. Oh, and a few of my blogger friends love this book, so I trust them. I feel like they're not going to lead me wrong when it comes to books. So, yeah, my mind's open about this, and even though it's really long, I plan on reading it all within this week. Wings of Fire, the Dragonette Prophecy by Tui T. Sutherland. You guys, this is like a book about dragons, obviously, and it's a fantasy, and I guess it's aimed at, like, elementary school children. One of my blogger friends, Charlotte at Charlotte's Library, had recently mentioned this book among like her son's class. Like, his class is like obsessed with it, and they're all 4th graders, and it's like the perfect read for 4th graders. Well, you guys, my brain is not that much different from a 4th grader's brain, I don't think. So I feel like, hey, I will love this book. Plus, it's a Vine book, and plus, it looks like it's a super fast read, and I think, oh, there is a map inside. A lot of my friends blogging, I keep talking about all these different people, are like obsessed with maps, and so am I. Like, if a book has a map inside it, I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna read the hell out of that book. Spoiler alert, I like swear a lot, so I'm sorry if like you turn this video on and you're like, oh, look at this sweet little innocent girl, and then you hear all these curse words coming out of my mouth. But hey, it could be worse. It could be Jenna Marbles, who every other word is a swear word. I love her, but every other word. Anyways, look, map. Hey, map. I'm so excited. Oh my god, and it's shaped like a dragon. What? That's so cool. Wow. Sorry for the freak out, but oh my god, it's shaped like a dragon. So excited. Yeah, so this is another of my bout of books potential reads, and I think I'm going to read this a lot sooner now that I notice that there's a map and it's shaped like a dragon. Yay! Ravage by Jeff Sampson. This is like the 3rd book in his Vesper Chronicles series. I really liked the first book, Vesper. Then I read Havoc, and I was like, what is this? Like, this isn't as good as the first one. It's awful. But I want to know what happens in the series, so I'm going to make myself read the last book. Like, who knows? Maybe the 2nd book was just 2nd book slump, and this one's going to be so much better than Havoc, and it's going to be awesome and cool, and we're going to find out what happens. Yeah, so my mind is open. I didn't make it up before I read the book. The Madman's Daughter by Megan Shepherd. Okay, so basically, I guess this is a retelling of the Island of Dr. Moreau with that, like, crazy dude who, like, sews people into animals or whatever. Yeah, so I'm totally going to read the hell out of this book. Also, Jamie at Perpetual Page Turner, I talk to her, like, every day, all day on GChat, said that it was good, and I trust her. Like, I know she's not going to tell me a book that is awful is good. So, yay, looking forward to this. Asunder by Jody Meadows. Basically what this book is it's the sequel to Incarnate, which is about this girl who is like the first new soul among everybody else who's like reincarnations of the same soul over and over. And so she has to like overcome that prejudice and whatever and find out why she's the first new one. Yeah, so this is the sequel and I'm looking forward to seeing what's going on with Anna and I can't even, her boyfriend's name is, like, Sam, and he's another soul that's been, like, reincarnated over and over, unlike her, and they fall in love, and I want to know, do they hook up, do they kiss, what happens in this one? Also, it releases in January. Nobody But Us by Kristen Hellbrook. I think this is a debut. Oh, yes, it is a debut novel, and it's been blurbed by Courtney Summers, and, Cody Keplinger, and it's like a contemporary, and I have no idea what it's about. I know a few people didn't like it, but again, I go into books with an open mind, so yeah, I want to see why this girl is sad, and apparently, like, the blurb says, they're young, they're in love, they're on the run. Well, what the hell are they on the run from? I want to know. Secret zombies? That would be awesome. Sorry, guys, I just, you know, I think about things like secret zombies showing up in books, and I'm like, yeah, zombies! I don't know, maybe you don't think like that when you read, but I do. Shadows in the Silence by Courtney Allison Moulton, and I'm probably butchering her last name. Sorry, there's no pronunciation guide on the cover. This is the last Angel Fire book, and I was chosen to be the official expert on the Angel Fire series through the Epic Reads promotion of The End is Near, where they're basically like promoting all of these series that are ending soon. Yeah, so this is the last one, and I can't wait. I want to know what happens between Ellie and Will, and the Reapers, and Bastion, and Kaden, and oh my god, I want to know! This is like really long. I know I'll finish it and read it this month, but I'm a little nervous about the time commitment. Everbound by Brody Ashton. This is the sequel to Evernight. And I just read Christina at Reader Fiction's review of this earlier today while I should have been doing other things. And she basically gave it a glowing, like, 5-star, oh my god, this book is so amazing, blah, 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 blah. That's not what her review said. It didn't say blah, blah, blah in it. I'm just paraphrasing. Not that your review was boring. It was really good. Just, you know, I don't really remember a whole lot. I read it, like, 3 hours ago. Yeah, so I'm super psyched about this. I want to know what's up with Nikki and Jack and what Cole's deal is, why is he such a douchebag, that kind of thing. So I'm really pumped up about this. Finally, I just got this book in the mail today from Amazon Vine, The Tragedy Paper by Elizabeth something or other. Oh my god, what is your name? Elizabeth Laban. Anyways, I got this from Amazon Vine, and it's supposedly like a contemporary about this guy who's like an albino, and he falls for the most popular girl in school, and she falls for him too, but they have to keep the relationship a secret because she doesn't want to lose her popularity status. Anyways, I cannot wait to read this. Plus, in February, the author is doing a signing at my favorite bookstore ever, Oblong Books. I can't wait. She's also doing the signing with Gail Foreman, what? And Amy McNamara, who wrote Lovely, Dark, and Deep, which I also have yet to read, but everybody that I trust and, you know, everybody who writes reviews that I will automatically read the book afterwards because they're like my mates, has loved Lovely, Dark, and Deep, so I do plan on reading that one soon as well, which was kind of a long long way to talk about the tragedy paper. Oh, and finally, there's like a few books on my Kindle that I plan on reading, but I'm not going to wave that around and be like, guys, this book, this book, this book, because that's super boring. And, I mean, this is a long enough video already. Pre-editing, it's like 20 minutes and 30 seconds, and obviously I'm going to edit it down a lot. So, yeah, that's it for what I'm reading in January. I would love to know what you plan on reading. Let me know down in the comments.